Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd talk about how I maintain a healthy diet and lifestyle every day. So I always get a lot of questions asking, like, how on earth do I do it? How do I wake up? Like, I don't wake up ridiculously early, but that's what people say. But compared to when they wake up, like, I understand. But like how I do it every day, and like how I don't just reach for the sugary junk food and fried food and that kind of thing. So I thought I might address it, and a few little tips of mine that I find useful in regards to like when I first approached the lifestyle that I have now, because like when I was younger, like by saying younger, like 2-3 years ago, I would always be the child to like, at the parties, wait for the cake and get the ice block from the fridge and come home from school and just like eat everything. And yeah, when I was out, you get like the fish and chips, well, not fish because I don't like fish, but get like the chicken nuggets and chips, that kind of thing. But now I just, wouldn't even think about doing that. So yeah, I thought I'd address some of the things I do. So let's get started. So I made a little list because otherwise I just lose track. But firstly, my most important like aspect of this whole video is organization. Like without organization, I would just not be able to cope with what I do today. Because purely, yeah, it's like the most important aspect of my life. So the first thing that I do is every week I write down in my book, well, like a little notebook. It doesn't even have to be, fancy or whatever. This is literally from Kmart. Like, go ahead and buy yourself one. I write out my whole week. I think I've showed you guys that I do this before, but like it's so important to me and I just do it. So every Monday I do that, and I write down, because I'm still at uni, I write down like all my lectures and everything and what I have due that week. When I'm going to the gym, like I even write that down. Any other commitments and yeah, things I want to get done. And sometimes as well, when I've got a really busy week, like this one was crazy, I also write a little to-do list of the stuff I need to get done. I think that was when I had a lot of exams. So yeah, I find that really helpful, and especially writing down like when you're going to go to the gym and that kind of thing, because then you know that you had that mindset that you're going to go then. So even if you change it, it's still in your book. So once it's down there, it's down there. All you can do is change it. That's my mindset anyway. Most of the time, like if I am changing like a gym session, it might be from 5:45 to 6:30 rather than like in the morning, because that just works out for me. I am a morning person. I know everyone's different, and you got to find what works for you. Don't try and force yourself to do something that you're just not going to be motivated to do, because that's where it ends up not going too well. But yeah, mum said I've always been a morning person, so yeah, I'm lucky. Yeah, so that's one thing I do, like planning ahead. Also, like getting into a routine is so important. I know it's hard to start off with, but getting into a routine is the best thing you can ever do. Like I pretty much do the same gym sessions each week, like time slots. It's not going to be exactly the same, but that way, like I know this morning I'm doing that, this morning I'm doing that. And also that way I can also fit, like if I want to go for a walk with a friend or something, I can be like, okay, so I'm finishing this then, but we can go for a walk at this time. And that's another important feature about my life, is incorporating my friends and family into my healthy habits, because this way you can motivate not only your friends but also your family. If you've got an environment in which you live, because I still live at home, that is supporting you with your healthy lifestyle and healthy choices, then you're going to be more likely to do it. So I will show you guys in a second, but I was just organizing the pantry last night, and I was literally going through it. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of like stuff that I've brought into the family that now everyone's kind of eating. So that's fantastic. Like I'm so happy about that. But also, like if you're making like a banana bread or something, like getting your whole family to try it, like a healthy banana bread. Seriously. Yeah, so if you're making like, a healthy treat or I don't know, even like some fritters or something. Getting your whole family to try it, even if they don't like it, just get them to try it and get them involved is like really, really good. And what else? Oh yeah, food prep, making sure that you have a lot of options that are easily accessible in your fridge, in your pantry, and ones that are like full of like they're nutritious. So don't have like processed foods that, you know, you're just gonna get out because they're easy. Think ahead, and if you know that you're not gonna be like able to cook a full meal one night or something, just plan ahead. It's really that simple. I have given you guys a few ideas on recipes that are like to plan ahead and that kind of thing, but I think I will incorporate some more because I know for me it's such an important feature. I've also had a few people ask if I could do recipes that aren't just purely plant-based, so I'll see what I can do. If not, I will offer some alternatives, because I know not everyone eats the way I eat, and I fully support that. Find what works for you because it's not going to work for everyone. Yeah, so you need to have a balance between serious life stuff and play. If you're constantly going at it and trying to get everything done and no play, as in play, I mean, you know, having some like rest or like, you know, hanging out with friends and that kind of thing. Don't just make it all about like uni or school or work, because you're going to get bored and you're going to fall off the track. Because if you're constantly going at it and you're not having any playtime, you're just not going to feel up to, you know, doing rest of life. And my copy. Long black with a dash of almond milk, of course. Yeah, so you need to make sure that you have a balance, and I suggest this by, you know, just knowing when you're working and knowing when you're going to have your downtime. And that's where I also lead on to saying how important downtime is. I never realized this because, I don't know, I always thought that like going at it and constantly doing things is always the best way to be. And then it must have been, I think last semester at uni, I just got to exam time and I was drained. Like I was completely gone. I had no energy, nothing. And I think that was because I was like, if I wasn't at uni, I was working. If I wasn't working, I was babysitting. And then it was just a vicious cycle. And I was just getting so run down. I was having like hardly any sleep. And that's so unlike me because, yeah, I need 8 hours of sleep. And I know everyone's different. Some people can like function off 3 hours sleep, but that's not me. I can't do that. And there's also a lot of people who also function that way. They don't realize it, but when they don't have as much sleep, they're not just not the same person. And I find that for me especially. And I just can't focus when I'm like tired, obviously, but you know. Yeah, so you need to have your downtime. And for me, sometimes that's even just going to like a yoga or Pilates class. I know for some people that's like you're still moving, like that's not really downtime. I like really find that like peaceful, and all I think about is like myself and like in the moment, and my mind's not wandering. I've started to do meditation lately. I'm not the best at it because I really do hate sitting still, but I'm learning, I'm getting there, so that's all that matters. Yeah, so setting yourself goals like every so often is going to keep yourself accountable, and you're going to want to achieve those goals. Don't make them so unrealistic. Like, I want to be like super shredded and like, you know, I'm only going to eat chicken and rice for like 5 meals a day, or yeah, you wouldn't do that, but anyway, don't set yourself crazy goals like that. And like if you're eating shitloads of processed food and sugar and that kind of thing currently, and you say to yourself, okay, I'm not going to eat any of this, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, all you're going to do is like last for about a week, and then you're going to fall into like a cycle of binge eating. I'm not a professional in this, and I'm not saying that I know best or anything like that, but that's like a cycle that could occur, so it's probably not the best idea. So set yourself achievable goals, and yeah, hold yourself accountable, because nothing is better than having a list, or like even like a to-do list, and like, you know, ticking them off as you go throughout the day. It's just amazing, and you feel so good about yourself. Whereas if you're setting these goals that you can't achieve and you're not going to, you don't feel good about yourself because you're not ticking them off. So yeah, set yourself achievable goals, and that way you'll feel so much better about yourself, honestly. It's like in the morning when I wake up, first thing I do, make my bed. I've already done something. Like 5 minutes of waking up, achieve something amazing. That way you start off the day well, and yeah, you don't feel sluggish. Even if it's like waking up so early and making your bed, you come back and you're like, wow, I've achieved something. I've gone to the gym, made my bed, you know, I feel amazing. I've had my me time. So yeah, best way to start the day. So I might share with you guys a few things in my kitchen now. Okay, so I thought I'd just show you. I just made some banana bread. I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out, but that's okay. I didn't follow a recipe. I hate following recipes, so yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you in my pantry that I cleaned up. Look how clean this is. Amazing. Well, that half isn't really mine, so yeah. So I will show you. Now, by using these jars, I've actually found, because we do have like the big packets of like, you know, the quinoa, the chia seeds, dates, and we actually just bought coconut sugar. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we'll see how it goes. Haven't really used it much. But yeah, by using just those big packets, I found we weren't actually using the stuff as much. So I have put like quinoa into jars and chia seeds because we are using it more that way. And also by having my protein, I've been using so much of this lately and I've been feeling so good. But yeah, adding like a protein to my diet, I found it personally is working really, really well. Also by having extra things on hand, like extra almond milk, extra green tea, you know, bigger packets of this, buying in bulk, because then you always have it. Because I was finding like if we were just buying smaller packets or like just going to bulk source foods, like I still go there, don't get me wrong, but yeah, just buying smaller packets, they weren't lasting as long, and then we were going periods of time where we didn't have it. So yeah, I haven't been doing that as much lately now, which is good. Also another thing, what was I gonna add? Yeah, just by like integrating things into your family's house. Like I know it's hard if you don't have much space, or like, you know, yeah, you think the products are expensive and your family doesn't want to buy them. Make healthy choices and look for healthy alternatives. Like I find when my family's say having burgers, like last night, I don't really eat much bread. Like I don't really like bread rolls, unless they're, yeah, I don't know. So last night I kind of just had like a deconstructed burger and we made our own sweet potato chips to go with it, and everyone ate them. So yeah, you kind of just find healthy alternatives and yeah, try and make like a balance throughout your life. I know that word is so bad and everyone hates the word balance, but just try, okay? That's all you can do. I know everyone's busy, but I'm gonna say occupied. Everyone's occupied, okay? But you can make a difference in your life and you'll feel amazing. Like, trust me. Everyone's like, how much energy like do you have? And I'm like, honestly, I think it's from the foods I eat, because before I had like no energy and like I could hardly even you know, exercise as much as I do now. But the thing is, if I don't exercise now, I find like I have too much energy. So yeah, anyway, I hope this was a helpful video and that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up as it really supports my channel, and subscribe to my channel below, and I will catch you guys next week. Bye.